Hey guys, welcome to my unboxing. I got a lot of stuff. Let's get straight to it. Start off with a token human. Here's our first rare. Not bad. The collector. First uncommon. You got your second. Your third. And then a land. We're going to skip the commons. So for our first token, we have the companion token, not bad. Our rare is the gem grazer. We have a shiny Call of the Death Dweller. Nice little bonus. We get a swamp. Get a second crystal. Clash of Titans. Fight as one. And a bunch of commons. So we got a shark token. Here's our rare. Not half bad. We got a Mamba for an uncommon. Strix. Skull Prophet. Love Skull Prophet. We have Tranquil Cove. And a bunch of uncommons. On to the next pack. We get a Dino. Cub Wanderer. Or Warden, sorry. Barrier Breach. We have the Majestic Corn. The Almighty Rex. And then we have Blooming Sands. And all the commons. Alright, so I'm going to start it off with no token this time. We got some lords. Oh, look at that, guys. Look at that. That is amazing. Oh, that art is fantastic. So we're just going to flip. Here's our uncommon. The Heartless Act. Then we have a Bastion of Remembrance, Fallfoot Crater, and then all of our commons. Loving that land. Clean up the pile a little bit. So we got all of our commons. Just zoom by those commons. Alright, so we get a Neutralize. Blaze of the Thunder Wrapper. Ooh, guys, I just see something nice. Splendormire. And we get not a foil, but another nice full art. That is just amazing art. These guys are getting better and better. We have a Swiftfoot Cliffs. And we got another Dino. On to the next pack. We got all of our commons yet again. Evolving Wilds. Alright, so we have a Shallow Hole. Rooting. Sorry. We have the Thundermats. Ooh! We have another companion. I kind of seen something behind it. And boom. It's a shiny common. Wah wah. No, it's still very nice. I like the shiny. Shiny is good. And we get our jungle. Oh, this is... Ooh, I like this. This has to be because of those guys where they come in and you put a certain counter on. It's got Menace, First Strike, Hexproof, Lifelink, +1/+1, Reach, Flying, Trample, Death Touch, Flying, vigilance. That's awesome. I love that. On to the next pack, shall we? Rip packs just everywhere. Alright. On to the next. Oh, this one's upside down. What? That's interesting. Alright, so we get another companion. Token. I don't know where our tokens went. Lol. We got jungle. Oh, sorry, backwater. Jungle. Look at me. And our rare is the Lava Brink Venture. Go into our first uncommon, Dare Tactics. This is our second. The Duskfang Mentor. Then we have Huntmaster Liger, I believe it's pronounced. And a whole bunch of commons. Alright, this is getting messy pretty fast, so we're just gonna clean this up real quick. There's our tokens. Now they're over here. Alright, so we have a whole bunch of commons. Yeah, I'm not really sticking to any pattern here. I'm just kind of going willy-nilly. We got a nice full art Vulcan. Love the Vulcan. It's so beautiful. That art. Like, my camera doesn't really do it justice because the camera sucks. I super apologize. And this glare is just god awful. I wonder if, well, it kind of solved the problem. Ish, I guess. Alright, so we're going to put that with the full arts. Continuing through our commons. Now see that we need the light. The light is all important. Alright, going through all of the commons. Oh! The trumpeting. I love my trumpeter. Trumpeter's fun. I love his mutate ability. It costs a little bit more, but all of them tokens all day long. We get the path. I don't know, that seems like a dangerous path. Get another Heartless Act. Ooh. And we got one of the lands. One of the legendary lands. The Tremor. Blue, red, white. Enters battlefield tap. Cycle for 3. I'm happy they're bringing the cycle mechanic back. I love the cycling. It's so much fun. And I think it adds like a fun mechanic to the game. I mean, standard is one thing, but if you play commander like myself, that's where you get all the fun. And then we get this little token. I'm just going to open up this. Now, before I continue, what I mean by all the fun is that you see all the cards from since Magic first came out. The variety, the fun, the possible challenges that you have to overcome is numerous and breathtaking. It's you know what I mean or you don't. So we got another one of the little token guys. And I'm just gonna flip it over real quick. So we get a bunch of commons. And our first uncommon is the Sprite Dragon. Then we have the Insatiable Hemophase. I think that's how you say it. We have another Crystal. So that's 3 of the crystals that we have now. And Whirlwind of Thought. Now, I got this a few times on the arena. I didn't really get to use it in draft, I don't know how well it does in draft. Maybe one of you guys can tell me. And then our land is a jungle hall. Or hallow, sorry. Toss up there. Bunch of uncommons, or sorry, commons. Our first uncommon is a neutralize. And we have another spit dragon. Barrier breach. Oh, there we go, guys. This is nice. We got another full art of lands. Super happy. That makes 2. Love it. Can I complete the collection? Oh, well, we got another one of these. So we'll just put that over there. Foily uncommon, or common, sorry. On to the next pack. Some uncommons. Alright, we got full art of the Great Horn. Not bad. When it mutates, you can search your library for a basic land. Comes into play tapped. I think that's pretty good. Its mutate is 2 and a forest, where its hard cast is 3 and a forest. I like that deal. Get a few more commons, and our first uncommon is Keen Sight Mentor. Boop. Our second, and it's a full art. The Lovely Parrot. Now, I mean, the normal art is kinda funky, but like this full art stuff, that's badass. I like that. Once again, I apologize for the video. It's kinda crappy. So we get the Almighty Glowstone Recluse. And our rare is a Extinction Event. Loves the Extinction Event. Fun card. Oh, and we get a nice little bonus of a shiny, mysterious egg. That looks so awesome. We get a mountain. And a Soldier's token. On to the next. You know what? I just realized what it is that. Ha! Alright, so we got some uncommons, or commons. I'm going to be doing that all day, aren't I? Alrighty, so here's our first uncommon. Sorry, I got a bit of garbage problem here. Garbage problem solved. Alright, so we get Rex, once again. Big beefy guy, 11/11 for 9 mana. We have the Mystic Corn. We have a Boon of the Wish Giver. And our rare is the Savia land. Very nice. Very happy with that. I think, yeah, you know what? There you go. I have 2 of the lands like this. And I have 2 that are full. So I have 4 of them. But can I complete the collection? In full art or not? Alright. Oh. And then a land. And the cute little catbird. Look how adorable that is. So I got some commons. And our first uncommon is the Migration Path. Our next is Fight as One. Polywog Symbiote. Sorry if I probably pronounced that one. And we have a Dinosaur Hippo. Not half bad, it's another companion. Your starting deck contains only cards with converted mana cost of 3 or greater, and land cards. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card for each other permanent you control with converted mana cost 3 or greater. That seems like that's going to be a really broken commander deck. And then we have a mountain and another sulfur. On to the next. So we have some more commons. Just kind of zooming through. Actually, I'm happy that they reprinted this. Nice little 2-drop. Alright, so our first uncommon is Zenith Flare. Our next is Unbreakable Bond. We have a Parcel Beast full art. Love it. And our rare is a Bonder's Enclave. Nice little lands. Taps for a colorless, 3 and tap. Draw a card, activate this ability only if you control a creature with power 4 or greater. Then we get a Tranquil Cove. And we get a different human soldier this time. But still, once a soldier, always a soldier. Alright, so we got some more commons. And our first one, Alert Heed Breeder. Grim Dancer. Lore Drakes. Oh, we get another companion. And it is the Spellcaster. Alright, so each non-land card in your starting deck has a different name. That's the only condition. That seems pretty good. Has Flash. And whenever Spellcaster enters the battlefield, if you cast it, copy target instant or sorcery spell you control. If you can choose new targets. Is this guy banned? Like, that... He seems really good, really broken, and he's a legendary. It's like, Commander. Like, is he banned in Commander, or no? You guys let me know. We got a foil counterspell. Shing, shing. Shiny. Trying to get it. There we go, there's a little shine. And we got the Blood-Filled Caves. And we got a cat. Meow. Okay, so a bunch of commons again. And our first uncommon, Skull Prophet. Ooh, we get the Lore Drakes. Nice full art there, that's beautiful. Mutate for 2. Whenever this creature mutates, return target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to the hand. We got another crystal. Oh, and our rare. We got Narset. We got a Narset. Narset of the Ancient Ways. For 1 gray, a blue, a red, and a white. +1, you gain 2 life. Add a blue, red, or white. Spend this mana only to cast a non-creature spell. -2. draw a card, then you may discard a card. When you discard a non-land card this way, Narset will deal damage equal to the card's converted mana cost to target creature or player. And for -6, you'll get an emblem where if you cast a non-creature spell, this emblem deals 2 damage to any target. And its loyalty starts off at 4. Broken? I think so. Planes. And a different type of human soldier. How many types of soldiers are there? Next. Bunch of commons again. Zoom. Alright, so our first uncommon is a wolf bear. It actually looks really cute. We got the Mamba. Lead the Stampede. Look at the top 5 of your library, reveal any number of creature cards from among them, put them into your hand, the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. I like that. And our rare is the Sky Nomad. I've seen this deck a few times on the arena. It does pretty good on the arena. Your starting deck contains at least 20 cards more than the minimum deck size. When the Nomad enters the battlefield, exile any number of other non-land permanents you own and control, return those cards onto the battlefield at the beginning of the next end step. Really good for whenever you get those nice enter the battlefield phases, play this, do it all over again. Rugged Highlands. And it's not a soldier, it's a dino. What is this? Oh, just garbage. Poof, gone. So we got some more commons. Zoom right through all the commons. And the first uncommon, Sanctuary Lockdown. Humans get +1/+1 for 2 tap, 2 untap humans you control, tap target creature your opponent controls. Weaponized the monster. Pay 2, sacrifice a creature. Weaponize the monster, deals 2 damage to any target. Flame Spit, or Spill, sorry. It deals 4 damage to target creature. Excess damage is dealt to the controller. That's going to be a fun card to put in the aggro red. And then we have Colossification as our rare. Enchant creature. Whenever it enters the battlefield, tap enchanted creature. Enchanted creature gets +20/+20. And that's for 7 mana, 5 colorless, 2 green. We get Mountain, and a nice little fun card. Boop. On to the next one. Got some fun little commons. First uncommon. This is the guy I was talking about earlier, where you can just drop like trample, lifelink, and +1/+1s. This guy gets to do trample, real fun, and his ability for 3, you get to put a +1/+1 on all creatures that have trample. Our next uncommon is Ivy Elemental. When it enters the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters on it, so it's an X spell and 1 green. Then we have Storm Wield Captor. Flying, if non-combat damage would be dealt to this creature, prevent that damage and put a +1/+1 counter on this creature for each 1 damage prevented this way. Alright guys, so, okay, we got super lucky. This is a double pack. So, we get another Colossification. But, we also get, look at that shine. Pretty. Whenever you tap a non-land permanent for mana, add 1 mana of any type that permanent produces. 5 colorless, a green and a blue. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may put a non-human creature card from among them onto the battlefield. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. This guy's insane. Now, I think I'm going to have to do a deck around this. Now, I already have a green-blue Sleepy Islands deck, but I mean, well, maybe I'll put him in there. Maybe I'll put him in my Sleepy Islands. I think that would be a good idea. And then we got a land, and another soldier. Bloop. Clean up the dirt. If I can find it. Boop. So we have all of our commons. Boop. Common, and our first uncommon. Charge of the Forever Beast. As an additional cost to cast this spell, reveal a creature card from your hand. This deals damage to target creature or planeswalker equal to the revealed card's power. Then we have Flourishing Fox. Whenever you cycle another card, put a +1/+1 on him, and he also has a cycling ability for 1. Our next uncommon is the Zigoth Crystal. Black, green, and blue. Cycle for 2. And our rare is the Inspirated Ultimatum, where target player gains 5 life, and this card deals 5 damage to any target, then you draw 5 cards. That seems pretty fun. That mana though, look at that. That is insane. And then we get a foil Vulcan. Forest, another soldier. Man, they print too many soldiers. We're gonna have to send those soldiers to war so we can make room for more. Alright, so we have some commons, and our first uncommon, Monstrous Step. That's a big foot. Target creature gets +7/+7 until end of turn, up to 1 other target creature blocks if able. Whoop. Run pile. Our next is the Cunning Nightbonder. Flash. Spells with flash cost 1 less and can't be countered. Our next is the Ominous Sea. Whenever you draw a card, put a counter on it. Whenever you have 8 counters on them, you can remove 8 counters and create an 8/8 Kraken token. And our rare is another Illusiona. Just gonna put that there. We get another forest and another soldier. Bunch of the commons. Alright, Easy Prey is our first uncommon. Destroy target creature with converted mana cost 2 or less, cycle for 2. Wingspan Mentor. Whenever it enters the battlefield, put a flying counter on target non-human creature you control. For 2 and a blue, tap, put a +1/+1 on each creature you control with flying. And our rare, oh no, sorry, my mistake. Our next uncommon is the Escape. Sorry, I'm drawing a blank on that. Derp. When you cycle a card, you may pay 1. When you do, exile the artifact or creature you control, then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. Now for our rare, Quartzwood Crasher. Trample whenever one or more creatures you control with trample deal combat damage, you create an XX green dinosaur beast creature token with trample, where the X is the number of damage that was dealt to the player. So that can get pretty nuts pretty fast. Then we have another Blood-Filled Caves and another soldier. Oh, well, it's not opening from that end. Oh, well, that was easy. Okay, so we have all the commons. First uncommon is a Huntmaster Liger. Mutate for 3. Whenever this creature mutates, another creature you control gets +X until end of turn, where X is the number of times it's mutated. Then we have the Rumbler. If it doesn't have first strike, it gets first strike. If it has first strike the next turn, it gets double strike. And we got another full art. Look at that mug, if you kind of can. It looks really weird. Right for Harvester, though. Mutate 4 colorless and a black. Whenever this creature mutates, each opponent sacks a creature. And our rare is the Mythos of Brocas. If blue and black were spent to cast this spell, search your library for a card, put that card into your graveyard, then shuffle your library. Return up to 2 permanent cards from your graveyard to your hand. 2 colorless, 2 green. That's a pretty good deck card right there. Oh, we got a double, guys. We got a double. We got a nice foil Ozlist. Whenever a creature you control leaves the battlefield, all counters on it, life counter, menace counter, +1/+1 counters, all go to this. Then, if I want, at the beginning of combat, I can take everything from this and put it onto one creature. And then that creature gets everything. Really good card, 1 mana. So much fun. I'm going to see this a lot in EDH decks. We got the Thornwood Falls. Oh, and we got a beast. We got one of the trumpeting. Awesome. On to the next pack. Now we'll just get through these. And we have Charge of the Forever Beast. That's a fart. Why are you there? You go there. Then we have the Vigilant Rescuer. Whenever you cycle another card, you can put a +1/+1 soldier token, and it also has a cycle ability for 2. Then we have a big ass Leviathan for 7 mana, 5 colorless, 2 blue. Or you can mutate for 5 colorless and 1 blue. When this creature mutates, tap up to X target creatures, where X is the number of times this creature has mutated. Those creatures don't untap during its controller's next untapped phase. And our rare is the Voracious Great Shark. Flash, whenever it enters the battlefield, counter target artifact or creature spell. Very specific. I wish if you just flashed it in, it countered a spell. That would just the spell in general. I think it would make it a lot better. Island. Another trumpeter. zooming through. Alright. Cinerus Hallbroker. Now, it has Menace, and each of your creatures that you control with Menace needs to be blocked by an additional creature. So, Menace normally means that you have to block with 2. With this guy on, it now means they have to be blocked by 3 creatures. Mystic Subdual is our next uncommon. Flash, Enchant Creature. Enchanted creature gets -2/-0 and looks at and loses all abilities. We get another one of the crystals. And our rare is the Apex of Forever. 2 colorless, a black, a green, and a blue. Or you can mutate it for 2 colorless, a blue or a black, and 2 green. Trample, you may cast the Forever from your graveyard using its mutate ability. Graveyard Recursion with its own ability. This is amazing for commanders. Yeah, I'm going to do this and then pop it into my graveyard. And I'm not going to have to pay the commanding cost. It just stays the mutate cost. Yes. Yes. I'm putting this aside. That's a commander deck. Instantly. And we have a foil Rumbler. Oops. Swift Clift. And more soldiers. Alright, we're getting down to the brink here of our box. Just going to cut through the commons. Alright, so our first uncommon is a Pouncing Shore Shark full art. Man, the art on this is just amazing. Look at that. Mutate for 3 colorless and a blue. It has Flash. Whenever this creature mutates, you may return a target creature an opponent controls to its owner's hand. Next uncommon, Primal Empath. At the beginning of your upkeep, draw a card. If you control a creature with the greatest power among creatures on the battlefield, otherwise, put a +1/+1 counter on a creature you control. So, I mean, if you have the highest, you get to draw a card, but if you don't, at least your creature gets a buff. The next uncommon is another Bastion of Remembrance. And our rare is Offspring's Revenge. 2 colorless, a red, blue, and black. At the beginning of combat on your turn, exile target red, white, or black creature card from your graveyard. Create a token that's a copy of that card, except it's a 1/1 and gains haste until end of turn. Pardon me. Then we have a Plains, and lo and behold, another soldier. Cut through the commons. Look at that style of commons, or that stack, sorry, just huge. Will of All Hunter. Target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. If it's blocking, instead put a 2 +1/+1 counters on it. Cycling ability for 2 colorless. We have the Polywog Symbiote. We have another Crystal. And we have another Myth. You get the white Myth this time. Each player chooses an artifact, a creature, an enchantment, and a planeswalker from among the non-land permanents they control. Then sacrifice the rest. If red and black was spent to cast a spell, you choose the permanents for each player instead. That's dirty. Swamp. No special. Alright, so with this pack here, it looks like we have 2, 4, 6, 7 packs left. Alright, I'll do the rest of the stuffy here on another video. But we'll just kind of zoom through here. Our first uncommon is Wingspan Mentor. Hey, we got a full art of the trumpeter. This thing looks gross. Look at that. Just so weird. Then we have the Recluse. Oh, whoa. We got another one of him, but he's not shiny this time. Windscarred Cove. Da 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 da. Another human. And our first uncommon, Call of the Death Dweller. Duskfang Mentor. Whenever it comes onto the battlefield, put a lifelink counter on, a menace. No, lifelink. I don't know what I'm talking about. Lifelink on a non-human. Then we get another full art of a Necropanther. That looks pretty cool. I like that. I like that a lot. Mutate for 2 colorless and a white and 2 white or black mana. Whenever this creature mutates, return target creature card with converted mana cost 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Our rare is the black, green, and blue ultimatum. Search your library for up to 3 monocolored cards with different names and exile them. An opponent chooses one of those cards, shuffle that card into your library. You may cast the other cards without paying the mana cost. Exile this card. I think that's fair. We get a little foily common. Forced. Another cube. Alright, go through the commons. First uncommon, Reptilian Reflection. Whenever you cycle a card, you may have Reptilian Reflection become a 5/4 dinosaur creature with trample and haste, in addition to its other types, until end of turn. Proud Wild Bonder. This guy's great because he can assign damage as though he wasn't blocked. Actually, he can do that for all creatures with trample. Then we have the Boneyard Lurker. Boneyard Lurker is mutate for 2 colorless and 2 black or green, or black and green. Whenever this creature mutates, return target permanent from a graveyard to your hand. And our rare, we get another one of the giant little Ozoliths. And we get a foil Necropanther. Pather, lol. We get a scored, and no special token this time. Alright, so out of the commons we get a nice little foil art of the... Oh, we got 2. So we have a Caverner Whisperer. Mutate for 4, 3 colorless and a black, and whenever it mutates, opponent discards a card. Then we have the Cloud Piercer. mutate for 3 colorless and a red, reach. Whenever the creature mutates, you can discard a card, and if you do, draw a card. Alright, and then we have a Keen Sight Mentor as our first uncommon. General's Enforcer as our next. Legendary humans you control have Indestructible. For 2, a white and a black, exile target card from a graveyard. If it was if it was a creature card, create a 1/1 white human token or soldier token. Our next one is the Funky Little Parrot, and whenever he mutates, you can tap. This creature deals X damage to any target where X is the number of times that it has mutated. And our legendary is the Unpredictable Cyclone. So for 3 colorless and 2 red, if a cycle ability of another non-land card would cause you to draw a card, instead, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a card that shares the card type with the exiled card. With the cycled card. You may cast that card without paying its mana cost, then put the exiled card that was cast this way on the bottom of your library in a random order. Cycling for 2. Blossoming Sands. And we got a Kraken token. First time I've seen one of these. Well, the new ones. The new ones look really cool. I like it. Alright, we're getting low, guys. After this pack here, we have 3 more. Boop. Going through the commons. Any full art commons? Nope. Alright, so we have a Avian Odyssey. It has flying, and whenever you cycle it for 2 colorless and a blue, you can give a target creature a flying counter. Next is Back for More. 4 colorless, a black and a green. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Whenever you do, it fights up to 1 target creature you don't control. Not bad, not bad. Our next one is a Frillscar Mentor. Whenever it enters the battlefield, put a menace counter on target non-human for 2 colorless and a red. You can tap him and put a +1/+1 counter on each creature with a menace counter. And we get another Bonder. That's 3. 2 normal, 1 foil. And yep, more of the counters. Alright, go through the commons. Now we got Fort, Dreamtail Huron. Mutate, flying. Whenever this creature mutates, draw a card. Few more uncommon or commons. Alright, so we have the Regal Leosaur as our first uncommon. Mutate for a colorless and 2 red or 2 whites. When this creature mutates, other creatures you control get +2/+1 until end of turn. Our next uncommon is the Reconnaissance Mission. So for 2 colorless and a blue, it's an enchantment. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you may draw a card. And it also has a cycling ability for 2. Our next uncommon is the Sanctuary Smasher. It has first strike. It has a cycling ability for 2 colorless and a red. Whenever you cycle the Smasher, put a first strike counter on target creature you control. And our our rare is a legendary, and it's the Doom of the Depths. It's a companion, and your starting deck contains only cards with even converted mana costs. When it enters the battlefield, each player puts the top 4 cards of their library into their graveyard. Put a creature card with an even converted mana cost from among those cards onto the battlefield under your control. Not bad. We get planes and another soul. Alright guys, second last one. Going through commons. And our first uncommon is the Rumbler. Then we have a Monstrous Foot. And we have a full art Strix. I love the full art a lot better. That is beautiful. That his body looks like emerald. Or if it was blue, it looked like one of those things from Avatar. We get another Quartzwood Crusher. And we get a foiled Barrier Breach. Then we go with a Wind Scared for a land, and another human token. Alright guys, last one out of our box. Here we go. Pouncing Shore Shark is our first uncommon. Our next is a Back for More. Chittering Harvester is our next. And for our rare is the Sea Dasher Octopus. So for 1 colorless and 2 blue, or mutate for a colorless and a blue, flash. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Then we get a swamp. And a nothing special token. Alright guys, that was it for my box. I'll do some more videos on the other stuff that you see here. I'm going to do a comparison on these guys. And then we're going to do a nice little open. Oh, you know what? I almost forgot. These guys, the collectors. So we're just gonna push these guys over some, make some room. Alright. Now, I'll be a little more delicate with these guys. Alright guys, let's get this started. Pack number 1 of 3. Okay, so right off the bat, I see a foil token right there. Alright, so we're going to show the first one. Oh! It's a reversible foil trumpeter and a human. I like that. Alright, so our next one, we got a nice foiled version of the Strix. We got a foil Bloodfell Caves. They're all foil. Look at that prettiness. You get a Venturer, a Mare, get an Island. Alrighty, so here's our rare. We got a nice little fungus. Its power and toughness are equal to the number of other creature cards in your graveyard. Scavenge for 4 colorless and a black. Its hard cost is 2 colorless, 1 black. A boneyard fungus. That's awesome. Creepy, but awesome. And it's not foil, which is surprising. Next up we have the Titan Ape. That's beautiful art. I love that. Just beautiful. Ooh yeah. Then we get a Luca Outcast foil. Love it. We get another Dreamtail. I'll go back to Luca in a moment. Actually, I'll put that over there. We got another Great Horn. Oh, hey. We got another Luca. So we got 2 Lucas. So, I mean, let's get to this now then. For +1, exile top 3 cards of your library. Creature card exiled this way gains. You may cast this card from exile as long as you control a Luca Planeswalker. -2, exile target creature you control, then reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a creature card with higher converted mana cost. Put that card onto the onto the battlefield, and the rest onto the bottom of your library in a random order. -7, each creature you control deals damage equal to its power to each opponent, and it starts off with 5 loyalty. That's pretty cool. And our last one, look at those cute guys. It says it's the perfect pet. Just look at them. I'd want one. Alright guys, that was our first pack. We're just gonna boop boop, split those up. All the nice little foilies. Full arts go here. These guys can go over there. The rares go over there. Bam. Alright. Pack number 2. Oh, hey, this one's taped. What? This one got taped, but the other ones aren't taped. Interesting. Boop. Alright, so our first one here. Get a foil dino. And a human. We get a prickly Marmoset. And it has first strike. Whenever you cycle a card, it gets +2/+0 until end of turn. Dismal Backwater. We get the Gloom Perth. Blade Banish. Unbreaking Bond. Return target creature card from your graveyard onto the battlefield with a lifelink counter. Keen Sight Mentor. Foil Island. And we get a shiny Impetus, or Impetus? I don't know. Someone help me out. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and is goaded. Whenever enchanted creature attacks this, you create a treasure token. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I like that. That's gonna be fun. We got a nice little art change of the voracious great shark. We get a foil of the ultimatum. Sorry, I kind of brain farted there. We get a full art of the regal Leosaurus, which is pretty cool. That's I like that. We get another Cloud Piercer. We get one of the lands. That's awesome. That's two of them. I gotta figure out, because I think I have three of those lands now. And as you can see, this guy right here. We get the plant beast form of the cat nightmare beast. That thing looks hideous. It's got a mutate ability for 4 colorless, a green and or white, and 2 black. Death Touch lifelink. When this creature mutates, return any number of target creature cards with total power 10 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. This is another one of those instant commander decks, because that's just awesome. So that's gonna go over here, and we get a foil Leosaurus. Alright guys, last pack. We get a foil beast and a soldier. Greater Sandworm. Greater Sandworm can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. Has a cycling ability for 2. Sacred Land. Thieving Otter. Whenever it deals combat damage to opponent, or deals damage to opponent, sorry, draw a card. Vulpkin. Feral Scarer Mentor. Get a Blintz of the Thunder Raptor. Nice little planes. And we get a nice little rare of the Netherborn Altar for a colorless and a black. Tap, put a soul counter on Netherborn Altar. Put your commander into your hand from the command zone, then you lose 3 life for each soul counter on Netherborn Altar. Well then. That's gonna be fun. Just gonna put that there. We got a full art of the Ozolith. So we now have 3. We have a full art, a normal, and a foil. We get the full art version of the Ultimatum, and it's foiled too. That's a bonus. A full art Glowstone Recluse. That's all. I love that art. That is perfect. We get a Vulcan. That's a full art. A full art Cub Warden. So that's another rare that we get. We get a Baby Godzilla Rune Reborn. And we get a foil Pouncing Shore Shark. So guys, that's it for the unboxing. The rest of this stuff I'm going to do on another video, and we'll see you then. Have fun!